The man pulled a lever inside the car, and in an instant, the vehicle split into two halves. As the gap between his feet grew wider, his brother nearby started to panic, and the police behind them were stunned. They'd never seen a car like this before. They immediately ordered the man to stop for inspection, but both the man and his brother continued driving their separate halves, weaving skillfully through traffic. Pedestrians were crossing in the middle of the street, forcing the police car to slow down. The brothers then turned into a narrow alleyway. The police car had no choice but to stop at the entrance. By the time the officers got out to check, the two had already driven off. Once they'd shaken the pursuit, the car magically reassembled into one piece. But clearly, they weren't done having fun. The brother decided to pick up his wife for a joyride. When she wasn't paying attention, they activated the mechanism. Caught completely off guard, the wife fainted from the shock. While they were still immersed in the thrill of speed and chaos, disaster suddenly struck. They accidentally drove straight into the water. The car was totaled on the spot, but the man wasn't about to give up on excitement. He scouted the area around a bank, then went to a toy store and bought a remote-controlled car. With the necessary tools in hand, they returned to the bank at nightfall. Disguised as janitors, they wheeled a trash bin inside the bank, perfectly swapping it with the original. Once the employees left for the day, all three of them pressed a button. A spotlight extended from inside the trash bin, and it began moving swiftly through the bank, searching for the elevator. To press the elevator button, the man activated a custom-built robotic glove. Just like that, they entered the elevator with ease, and quickly reached the second floor. But just then, a security guard passed by. The team immediately parked the trash bin against the wall, blending in perfectly. The guard didn't suspect a thing, but just as he pressed the elevator button, disaster struck again. The brother forgot to mute his microphone. The guard became suspicious after hearing the noise, but after a quick check and finding nothing, he assumed it was just his imagination. The trash bin remained hidden in the bank overnight. The next morning, as employees returned to work, the operation began. But the man's device was too crudely built. The guard thought it was just some prank. He ignored the roaming trash bins until they activated their full weapon systems. The guards in charge of transporting money scattered in fear. Seeing the moment was right, the team drove to the designated spot. Using a custom tool, they smashed a window from the outside and remotely triggered the trash bin to push the money bag out. As soon as they got the money, they fled the scene. They escaped into a back alley, but the police had already tracked them down. Still, the man remained calm. He sent out a dummy to confront the officers. The police, seeing this strange sight, suspected something was off and temporarily retreated. Taking advantage of the moment, the team modified the appearance of their vehicle. By the time the police realized the truth, it was too late. The team had vanished with the cash.